Hello.
Hey, we're back here with tool number 9 of the Your Money Magic Wand. 21 tools to create the money you need anywhere, anytime, any place. And today's tool, as if by magic, today's tool is a fun phrase that's going to be your new best friend. You're going to say it all the time, hopefully. And that's, what else is possible?
What else is possible? Hashtag WEIP, what else is possible?
Yes. If you see anybody using that, you can pull that up and see what everybody else thinks is possible.
So you use what else is possible anytime that it feels good. Sometimes you try and find these tools and you work on the problem and you find maybe that's not working, so you shift and use a different tool. Different tools have different energies to them. And in this case, when you and I were talking, we had 2 examples of when what else is possible has worked for us. And one is as a response to an external stimuli. Would you like to share a story about that?
Well, in the negative, so maybe you get a bill that's a little more than you expect, right? And so you look at the bill, and after you get over like the shock of that, the question to go into or to start going into is, cool, what else is possible here that I never even imagined? So as we step into knowing that we're infinite beings and that we're creators of magnitude, what if you actually created that bill because there was more that you could create in the world with the money? And instead of making yourself wrong for it, you actually was like, cool, there's something else that wants to be created in this world. I wonder what that is. I wonder what else is possible here. I wonder where, not even that you have to create the money in the work that you do. What if there's an inheritance coming to you? Or what if you're going to win the lottery? Or what if a bag of cash is just going to show up on your couch? How would it get any better than that, right?
I like gifts.
Right? And so you're just asking to be in communion with the universe about what else is possible here that I never even imagined. And it's especially useful to use when you tend to not like what's happening here.
So if you are breaking up with a partner or a girlfriend, if you have a life transition, if you have been fired from a job,
if the kids are yelling in the car and you just can't stand it anymore,
if you've been diminished, when your car breaks down, maybe that's the time that the car needs to be retired. And that's the car's way of saying,
I don't want you anymore. I want to go be owned by somebody else.
I need to get out of this life. So the first way is when it's used as an external response. The second way, which I like a lot, is when you are using it as a positive momentum. Mm-hmm. When you're just looking at something that you admire, something that you like, something that you want more of, something that you're curious about, something that you're excited about, something that's beautiful. You could just say what else is possible with the idea that you're trying to exponentialize that outcome.
So I know my business best friend and I do this because I'm very good at creating clients who pay in full with large chunks of money. And she's very good at getting a lot of people to pay a little bit of money to do her group programs. And we are finding that those are 2 different capacities that each one of us has. And in the beginning, we used to be really jealous of each other of, oh, well, she has that or I have that. And what we've learned is to stay in the what else is possible energy. So for her, what else is possible? How can she get more of her people to pay bigger sums of money? And for me, what else is possible that I can get more people paying smaller amounts of money and keep what we've both got, right? How can you have all of it and more? And that comes for me from a place of really not being allowed as a child to want what I wanted, being told maybe that I was wrong for wanting it. And the what else is possible is a way of you asking the universe, hey, show me something show me what else could be possible here beyond your imagination, because all of you guys work miracles in all kinds of different ways. And in this capacity, we're asking you to ask it in the highest, best good for you, something that's so fun and juicy that you totally know that you're a creator of magnitude of awesomeness.
And so, in conclusion, you're trying to stay out of the conclusions. Mm-hmm. You're trying to use this tool, as being, a humanoid person, sometimes you are going to jam up and you're going to expect, well, I thought that was going to happen, or well, normally when I do this and that's how it works, or I always get my money from this. And so whenever you're finding yourself in that,
yeah, so what if the
shitstorm of
universe
a
has
maze.
something even better for you? So, I've talked many times, and maybe you've heard the story about how I was following a particular guru who was teaching me how to do 5-figure webinars. And honestly, I kept failing at it. I kept doing it. I didn't have that $10,000 webinar like she wanted. But I was close, and Ron continued to just stand as a partner and say, what else is possible here? And so I kept looking for the money in other ways, right? Because the logical conclusion that the guru had taught is you get this many people on, you get this many people to show up, you say these words in the middle of the webinar, and these people buy, and like A plus B equals C. And I was doing A and B, and it just wasn't equaling C. And I kind of just shortcutted the rest of the steps and went back to everybody and said, would you guys like this? And had everybody step up into an even higher level of service. They didn't even really want the thing that I was doing in the webinar. They wanted something even more than that. And they paid even more than that. And that was just showing you that if I'd stayed in the...
It didn't work.
And it has to do with that. I have to do it this way, right? Then I would never have gotten the possibility of having clients better than I ever expected, paying more than I ever expected, and, having it be way more fun and easy than I ever expected.
So, as a conclusion for rule number
9. What else is possible?
What else
is possible?
Until tomorrow.